In a significant development that highlights the complex relationship between corporate leadership and workers' rights in the United States, Bloomberg News has reported that the U.S. National Labor Relations Board (NLRB) has withdrawn its claims that Apple Inc. Chief Executive Officer Tim Cook violated employee rights. The reversal marks an unexpected turn in a long-running battle between labor advocates and one of the world's most valuable technology companies. The case originally centered around allegations that Cook, in an internal memo to Apple employees, made statements that could have been interpreted as discouraging workers from exercising their rights under U.S. labor law. The memo, issued in 2021, came at a time when unionization efforts and employee activism were gaining momentum within Apple's workforce, especially among retail store staff and corporate employees pushing for greater transparency, fair pay, and improved working conditions. According to earlier complaints, labor advocates argued that Cook's comments could be seen as retaliatory or intimidating. Critics claimed that the language used suggested negative consequences for those who chose to speak publicly about workplace concerns or who sought to organize collectively. Such actions, if proven, would have constituted a violation of the National Labor Relations Act, which protects employees' rights to engage in collective bargaining and concerted activities. However, the NLRB's decision to withdraw the case appears to signal a lack of sufficient evidence to pursue the matter further. While the agency has not provided extensive details, Bloomberg reported that the withdrawal effectively ends this particular dispute, sparing Apple and its CEO from a formal adjudication process that could have had wider implications for corporate governance and labor relations in the tech industry. For Apple, the outcome is a relief at a time when it has been under increasing scrutiny from both regulators and its workforce. Over the past several years, Apple employees in various U.S. retail stores have pushed for unionization, citing concerns over scheduling, wages, and workplace policies. In some cases, workers have succeeded, forming unions in specific stores, though Apple has been accused by labor groups of resisting these efforts. The company, for its part, has consistently maintained that it respects employees' rights and seeks to create a positive work environment. The withdrawal of the claims against Cook may also be viewed as a reflection of the challenges faced by regulators in pursuing high-profile cases against large corporations. While the NLRB has recently taken a more aggressive stance on protecting workers' rights, securing concrete evidence that proves executive wrongdoing beyond doubt is often difficult. In Cook's case, the memo in question may have lacked the explicit legal weight necessary to sustain the allegations, despite its controversial tone. Labor advocates expressed disappointment with the decision, warning that it could embolden corporations to continue practices that discourage open employee dialogue. They argue that even if the memo did not meet the strict threshold of legal violation, the broader message sent by Apple's leadership contributed to a culture of fear among employees concerned about retaliation. Advocates have urged the NLRB to remain vigilant in future cases and to pursue reforms that make it easier for workers to challenge corporate conduct. Meanwhile, Apple's leadership is likely to frame this development as evidence of its commitment to compliance and transparency. By avoiding a protracted legal battle, Cook and Apple can redirect focus to core business priorities, including the company's ongoing push into artificial intelligence, new product launches, and maintaining its dominant position in the global smartphone market. The episode also raises questions about how executive communication is interpreted in an era of heightened employee activism. Corporate leaders face the difficult task of balancing their responsibility to maintain operational discipline while also respecting and encouraging worker rights. Any misstep, intentional or not, can trigger regulatory review and public backlash in today's environment, where internal communications often become public within hours. Ultimately, while Apple and Cook have avoided legal repercussions in this case, the broader debate over tech industry labor practices is far from resolved. With unionization movements gaining traction in major companies like Amazon, Starbucks, and Apple itself, tensions between management and labor are likely to remain a defining feature of the U.S. corporate landscape in the years ahead. The NLRB's withdrawal may close one chapter, but it also underscores the unfinished story of how America's most powerful companies navigate the growing demands of their workforce.